I'm not going to lie, something is happening with the Fever. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's been causing it, but something is going on with the Fever right now. And it's a really weird one, because I don't know what the hell is happening behind the scenes. It just does not look great. And this is a team where it really does look like, I don't know, again, it could be literally anyone's fault. It looks like this is a team plus one. It actually does look like it's a team plus one. And we're not there. Like, we're not in the changing room. We're not around this team. For all I know, genuinely, for all we know, Caitlin Clark could be a complete locker room cancer. Or it could be the opposite, where she's being frozen out by her team. We don't know which it is. Like, we don't know. So there's no point. Like, going at either the team, going after the teammates is dumb in this scenario, because for all we know, she could be the damn devil in the locker room. But it's been very clear the last couple of games that there's no chemistry between like Clark and the rest of the team. Other than when Temi Fagbenle was playing. When Temi was playing, the team looked like they were like, okay, yeah. We're here for a bit of run and gun style. We can have some success. Because Temi knew that for her to succeed as a player, like, Temi's a really good player, but for her to succeed, she needed Caitlin Clark. So obviously when she was playing, it was a bit different. But since then, we've seen Aaliyah Boston's, one of her best friends, go on Twitter attacking Caitlin Clark. And obviously, these people don't speak for the players. But you have to just sometimes think, maybe there's something in there. Like, and also, Nalissa Smith's, what we think they're back together, girlfriend, Dejanay Carrington, was the person that posted a massive anti-Caitlin Clark post on Twitter. So, and the timing of it is what's really, like, you would really think, like, shows that maybe there's something going on between her and her team. And again, like, there's definitely something going on, by the way. Like, just if you watch the games, there's something going on. Like, Nalissa Smith did not pass the ball to Caitlin Clark. She did not pass the ball. Every time Caitlin Clark came for the handoff, she faked the handoff, drove right and missed. She did not pass the ball to Caitlin Clark once. Caitlin Clark, there's a video from, I don't know what his channel is. I will leave it in the comment section. Basically, calculating how many times Caitlin Clark got the ball back. When Caitlin Clark didn't dribble the ball up the floor, so when she was playing off the ball, she touched the ball 3 times in the second half. 3 times. And 2 of those 3 times she shot frustration shots. Like, she literally, if Caitlin Clark passes the ball, she does not get it back. She genuinely doesn't. Which is why now Caitlin Clark's starting to dominate the ball. And be a pick and roll ball handler, which she's not very good at. Which isn't her A game. But she is now not touching the ball. Her teammates are not passing her the ball. And ironically enough, like, when it comes to these players, they don't have to pass. Like, no, and this is not me saying, oh, they're out there together. At the end of the day, they're out there to win, and whatever the hell they did yesterday was going to win them the game. But they are actively looking off Caitlin Clark to give the ball to anyone. To give the ball to anyone else. They are actively not trying to give her the ball. And with the, like, Nalissa Smith's, what we think is girlfriend, and the Aaliyah Boston's friend, the timing is a bit weird. Like, Dejanay Carrington tweeted what she tweeted 2 hours before their game. 2 hours before their game. And it caused absolute uproar in WNBA scenes. You think that that's not going to get into Caitlin Clark's head? Even if she's off social media, the reporters are there to ask her about it. You think that's not going to get into her head before the game? And if you are, there's no way that if she has a good relationship with Nalissa Smith or Aaliyah Boston, that they're not thinking, even if we believe this, we're not saying it right before a game. because this could have an impact on someone we're close to's team winning or losing. In reality, it didn't. They went and won the game. But Caitlin Clark just was not herself. And then after the game, the team celebrating. And look, players have stayed on after games to take shots all the time. They've stayed on to take shots so much. But like, there is zero joy left in Caitlin Clark. Like, just the way she plays. If you watched her play in Iowa, if you watched the way she was playing, even at the start of her WNBA career, something happened. I don't know what happened. And as soon as that Washington Mystics game happened, something changed. One, she was told go stand in the corner. She had dropped 30 points, and then the team decided on that night when she dropped 30 points in a win, we're no longer going to run through you. We're going to run through someone who that night, I don't even think had a double-digit points, but it actually worked. In hindsight, it worked. But something has happened. The whole discourse around, I'm almost certain she's seeing all this crap about her, because you can tell she's not having fun out there, and I really hope something changes, just in general, because it's not good. It's not good for anyone. It's not good for the Fever to have a player on their team who has the potential to lead them far, be miserable, and not even be miserable, just look miserable out there. It doesn't, it's not good to have a team that may not all be on the same page. And the worst part of it all is I actually think they are all on the same page, bar one. I think that this is a situation where I said it in a video yesterday where it's like, I'm not sure if it's even Caitlin Clark's fault, but she's obviously frustrated herself. She's probably frustrated the team. The team are probably frustrated at her. This is a situation where it just does not look like a good situation for teams. We've seen teams where players just can't really play. Players don't like each other and still succeed, but they're actively not passing the ball to her. And there are times where she's open, and there are times look, if Caitlin Clark is running to her left off her right shoulder for a handoff, you give her the handoff. That is a given. That is just a given. Because if she can get space off that handoff, because she's very good at shooting off the run, she goes 2 steps into it, release the ball from here, and is able to get that shot from the left-hand side of the floor. It is an effective shot. NaLyssa Smith looked her off on that 3 times in a row. No matter what they're running now for Clark, they don't even run pin down plays, they don't run floppy plays, they don't run stagger screens, elevator screens, they don't run anything for her anymore. And even when they did 4 or 5 times, they didn't pass her the ball. So there's no point in her being on the floor. There's actually no point in her being on the floor right now. And very clearly, it's a tactical thing. And look, if you are Christy Sides as a coach, I don't actually envy her for this, because your job is to win games. Your job isn't to get Caitlin Clark 40 points. For the good of the league, you probably should do that, but at the end of the day, if you're seeing this team day in, day out, you're seeing what players work, what players don't, you're seeing what play style works for certain players, and when it's very obvious that the way Caitlin Clark plays when Temmie's not on the floor does not work for your team, you've got to change your style. And the problem is that it's not even like Caitlin Clark is, they will look off Caitlin Clark. They don't even give her the same respect on offense, her teammates, as they will give to Christy Wallace. They will give the ball to Christy Wallace a lot of the time before they'll give the ball to Caitlin Clark. And she's garbage. She's just straight up garbage. At least Caitlin Clark can do something, but also Caitlin Clark is not looking good. She's really not looking good. And it's just a horrible situation because it's very, very evident something has happened with Caitlin Clark and her teammates. And I don't necessarily think her teammates hate her necessarily. I doubt that's the case. But you could see even at the start of the year. At the start of the year, first game, and Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, friends, they played on Team USA together. When Caitlin Clark's getting frustrated, Aaliyah Boston straight over to her. When Aaliyah Boston misses the layup, Caitlin Clark straight away over to her. It's okay, it's okay. And now you're seeing situations where, even with Caitlin Clark and the team, Caitlin Clark doesn't look happy when the team's playing well, and she's not. And the team don't look happy when Caitlin Clark is playing well. So something has happened. Something has happened. And it's, again, this is not blaming the team. This is not blaming Caitlin Clark. I don't know who the hell's fault it is. But at the end of the day, there's some sort of disconnect with this team, and it's really obvious if you're watching.